we are operating from the perspective of highly evolved beings, we already know time and space is not even real. It's created for us as Earth human beings to understand and process whatever we are processing. And I think that moment I was just shocked at myself because I was like operating from a place of, you know, I want to go, 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 go. There's not enough time, not enough time. Exactly like how you were running it. I think if you just really read, I think except that page, there's a few more. It's really good. I'll send the key pages. You can go read it. Really, really like have deep grasp of it. And I think since that moment, I was just liberated from time. Like I was like, oh my God, I got it. Like I have my whole lifetime, and after I die, and I can still choose. Like I literally can choose to do whatever I wanted to do any moment of time, because even I have just our time is eternal. We are eternal beings, right? Like if you really get it from a root perspective, then the thing about rushing to get to the finish line, it's gonna be like gone. But it's a much deeper discovery for yourself. Like you have to sit on it, process it, and think until something triggers for you. Because I think it probably will take you a little bit of repeating the message, and then until you really get it yourself.
I suppose, yeah, I've connected this message, but not with this new awareness that I now have around how I function. And now, it's like every time you go back to the same message, it just sinks in deeper because you become aware of more and more and more and more.
Yeah, he's like, shit, that's how I
I know,
operate.
it go in layers, and it just kind of absorbs on it into a different depth, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I hope what I have shared with you have gave you something to kind of like start with. It's not about tell you what to do, but rather to share possibilities of different structures might look like, and then really plug into your own life, plug into your own priorities, plug into what really matters to you, and give yourself the grace to really focus on the being rather than being the focus on the get it done, because you always try to find the next thing to be productive for.
Yeah.
That's just us as human nature.
Yeah.
But if you're able to really dissect this whole thing and stop letting the pattern running you, then you'll be free from it. You'll be operating from a place of eternal and love and unconditional love. Like that's just like a much more powerful place to be, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I can certainly, connect to that, I suppose, through the power of meditation, etc. I'm just not very good at doing it in life when I, go at my own pace, because it's been so automatic and so I suppose been so ignorant to my own habits. So yeah.
You're doing so
Awareness is
well.
increase.
You did so good today. I'm just seriously, I am so proud of you for what you have discovered for yourself tonight, and to really shine lights on your own blind spots of, being on autopilot of speeding and, like rush, 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 and doing like a million things at the same time. So really well done.
Mm. And yeah, and in a sense, I've kind of always taken a certain amount of pleasure in it, because
You can continue having pleasure with it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to
yeah,
take it away.
because I have to say that the people in my life that I have around me, I don't think I know anyone, maybe possibly apart from you, Christy, who can maintain that kind of level of speed and energy. It's most of my friends half the time are flabbergasted as to how the hell do you get all that done, and how on earth can you achieve all that? And that's just like, wow, you did all that all by yourself, like geez. And to me it's sort of like, you get a sense of pleasure. It's like, yeah, I can. But then the question is, what is it costing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's taking that pleasure out of that is costing me too much on the other hand. So yeah.
That's such a beautiful discovery, Katie.
Yeah, I have to give
Well
up. I have
done.
to give up the pleasure.
You can have both the pleasure and awareness of the cost. So you
Yeah.
can bring the balance in. It is possible. And guess what? It's a forever learning progress because when we get there, when we think we get there and then there's more games coming and we'll fall out of balance again, it's a continuous process. And the thing is, if we don't enjoy the process, we're just going to drive ourselves to die. And it's not worth it. It's not about it.
Yeah, 100%. Woo! So there we go. Forget the pleasure.
Enjoy the pleasure and do not take the cost.
Yes, I think pleasure and joy are very different things. So I need to kind of,
Yeah.
let go of pleasure and head towards joy. Yeah, because pleasure is a little bit, sort of like self-pleasuring rather than kind of enjoying the joy that comes from, kind of outside.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. Pleasure sometimes could mean like from external validation. The joy is come within. It's like the self-contentment, like when you read a book, that kind of pleasure. I'm sorry, that kind of joy within, right?
Yeah,
It's like that's so profound. Because you
mm,
can't even say it was like, oh my God, I'm just so happy. I just got this thing, but nothing outside of you has changed. Like it's but your inner self
mm.
shifted.
Oh yeah, isn't that unbelievable?
Is
And then I suppose slowly it starts to make its way into your life, and starts to be the new way of being. So this is, an amazing, I suppose, realizations and awareness now that are giving a bit of birth to choice, because through that it'll start changing the external. So it'll be nice to see what 2023 brings.
definitely very exciting.
Indeed.
And I hope you found today's coaching session valuable.
I do. Thank you, Christy.
You're very welcome. Do you want to give me some feedback?
Feedback, yeah, that was amazing. Thank you. You've certainly given me the space to reflect on a lot of that, and ask questions that allow me to, I suppose, dig a little bit deeper and see more in what I wasn't kind of really looking at. So sort of shine the light on some of those darker bits that I wasn't really seeing. So that's been amazing. And now to realize, that I have the choice to be able to change and to shift my priorities and to enjoy each moment, and the choice to get out of my habits is fantastic. And I suppose having that reflected to me. So thank you for reflecting that so well, because I could, I suppose, through that reflection shines the light on it, doesn't it?
It's like watching the mirror, isn't it?
Yeah, it
It's like,
is.
oh, I know, I do that too. And
So
that's
yeah,
the
so thank
magic. That's the magic of sharing, and
you.
you know,
It is, and I think that's the magic of, obviously, coaching, etc., or conversations that we have with each other. It's just that through general day-to-day conversations, we don't have the opportunity to go as deep,
yeah,
um, unless we have, I suppose, the right people in our life who are willing to have the deep conversations on a regular basis. But we're not, we don't go as deep, and therefore we don't have that opportunity to kind of really reflect that from each other. But that's really the joy of, of connecting and sharing in that sense, is to be able to see our own shit.
to shine lights on our shit so that we can be better at it.
That's right. We can go, oh, I don't really need that anymore. I didn't know that was there.
That's
Yeah.
excellent. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I feel, it's such an honor for me to be able to hold space for you and to be able to see your transformation in front of me, to see your own discovery and what amazing things you have discovered. So I'm so proud of you. And thank you for your trust, your vulnerability, for allowing me to, be that for you. So it means a lot.
Thank you for being here for me, Christy. It's great to connect today and for you to take the time to be here and hold the space for me too. So I deeply appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Today I was doing one thing at a time. Well, a bit of writing in between.
Well done, amazing. So good. I was gonna say something, I forgot. I'm just really, let me stop recording first.